So, are you into flying? So, for example, guys, we're going to be talking about specifically this means of transportation. But first, let's go ahead and do a little warm-up. We have different types of trips. And tell me, what type of mode of transport would you usually use in each case? For example, if you're trying to get away for the weekend, how would you move around, Miss Ana Laura?
I usually use my car.
Your car. Very good. Your car. And in your case, Omar?
Depends of the destination, but maybe I would prefer to take a bus or a flight.
Or a flight?
Yes, a flight.
Okay, very good. Excellent. How for you, Miss Betty?
Depends of the trip, teacher. I prefer the flight, my car.
Flight or your car? Okay. Miss Pamela?
Me too, teacher, by car.
Your car? Very good. Good morning, Miss Salome. Welcome, welcome.
Good morning, teacher.
So we're talking about different means of transportation in this case. So, for example, Miss Salome, if you're working away for the weekend, tell me what means of transport would you use?
I think that get away for the weekend and I could use my car.
Your car? Very good. Those are the most common ones, right?
Yes.
How about if you're going to visit family in another city? Ana Laura?
Yes.
Salome. Huh?
Again, please.
Yeah, go ahead. You can go first. So,
If
Salome?
I visit my to my family,
Yeah, if you visit your family.
yes, I visit in Hidalgo.
Okay, but if they're just in another city, not another state. So imagine they're, well, I don't know the cities over there, so. So if they're just one city away from where you live, what would you take? Would you take your car or different means of transport? Not sure. Okay.
I didn't hear you, teacher. Sorry.
Okay, so if you visit your family, but they're only in a different city, another city, like one city away, what means of transportation would you take?
I think the bus.
The bus? Okay.
Yes.
Very good. How about in your case, Ana Laura?
In my case, I use my car also because
car?
my parents live in at 2 hours from my house.
Okay. That's an easy distance, right, by car. Then how about Omar?
Well, my car or flight, depends what city.
It depends. Well, I mean, it's one city away.
Exactly.
Okay, very good. And how about in your case, Miss Betty, if you go on a business trip?
Teacher, and flat teacher, because when I go on a business trip, usually is in another country.
In different country? So
Yes.
so by plane?
Sorry, teacher?
You said by plane?
Yes, teacher, it's correct.
Okay. Very good. How about for you, Miss Pamela? If you go on a business trip?
I think it will depend, teacher. If it is in the city, by car, but it is abroad, for example, in the United States or in another state of the Mexican Republic, I think it will be by plane.
By plane. Okay. Very good. And in your case, Miss Salome?
In my case, For example, for business trip, I get a airplane.
An airplane. Very good. And for you, Miss Salome.
Yes, teacher. I think that in an airplane, because I would want to be far away from here. For example, Dubai or something like that.
Okay. That's nice. That's nice. Then how about for the next one, guys? How about on a beach holiday? Omar,
Flight, without a doubt. It's more
Flight.
comfortable.
do you guys have any beaches near you over there?
No.
All right. Yeah.
I think that
I think I like, are there beaches like
Río de los Remedios.
so I'm guessing all of you will be by plane, huh? If there's none like nearby.
Exactly.
Very, yeah, you guys have no option. Very good. So, for example, guys, let's discuss, no? So tell me, for example, Miss Ana Laura, do you travel by plane a lot?
By what, teacher?
Huh? Do you travel by plane a lot?
No, no, teacher, only for business, not for the vacation, for example.
Okay, so when you go on vacation, normally it's something that you can get there by car.
I prefer staying at home.
Ah.
Uh,
I just don't want to leave home.
Yeah, but I don't like the parties. I don't like to the sun. I don't like the rain. I prefer stay at home to watch the movies.
Okay. Yeah, that's a different way of, of spending your vacation. That's good. Excellent. How about in your case, Omar? Do you travel a lot by plane?
I don't know if I understand really well plane. It's that the transport or something like that?
Like
Okay, okay. Yes.
fly.
So the answer is yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
a lot.
Very good. Why? Is it for
Because-
vacation or just for business?
No, for vacation completely. I really enjoy just travel to know other states in Mexico, and also I had the opportunity to went
To go to?
Europe. So I really enjoy to plan my holidays, and in these cases, for the destinations, I had to use the airplane.
Okay. Very good. Excellent. In your case, Miss Buddy?
Yes, I do, teacher. In the beginning, I was scared, but after a trip around 20 hours, I overcome
Your fear.
yes.
Yeah, after 20 hours, you're you either like are super scared and you can't do
Yes.
it anymore, or you just get over it. So that's true. Very good. How about in your case, Miss Pamela? Do you travel a lot by plane?
Also, teacher, when I go on vacations.
Yes. Very
Yes.
good. Only when you're on vacation?
What, teacher?
Only when you're on vacation?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Excellent. And how about in your case, Miss Salome?
Okay.
No, teacher. Well, sometimes, but it's not common.
Okay. Very good. When you travel by plane, is it because of business or vacation?
Both. Sometimes because of vacation, and other times for business.
For business. Okay, excellent. Very good. And in your case, Diego? Good morning. Welcome.
Hello, Alan. Good night in my case.
Yeah? How late is it over there?
No, it's because I'm so late to the class.
Okay. I'm like, how big is the time difference?
But sorry, because I just leaving another meeting, so that's why I am so late.
Okay, don't worry. So in your case, Diego, do you travel by plane a lot?
Not actually. Right now, I travel by plane just for vacations and maybe some business. But I remember that in my last job, I used to travel a lot, but right now, no.
No, okay, that's good. And when you travel, do you do it by plane or like by car?
Yes, by plane.
By plane. Excellent, very good. Then tell me guys, for example, tell me, Ana Laura, here in Mexico, is air travel a popular way to travel?
Yeah, I think there is a I don't understand very well the question, teacher.
So do people, is it common here to travel by plane or by other means?
I don't know, teacher. I think that is a very common at in no in a car, no on
By
car
car?
by car,
By
but also by car, but also on airplane is a very common, teacher, because there are a lot of people.
Marion, yeah, that's you can't really confirm it to like one specific, right?
Yeah.
Very good. And tell me, Omar, what are the advantages of traveling by plane?
The time. For example, if you have to travel to a destination that is not really near to you, and the plane is the best option because it's the faster.
It's the fastest.
The fastest.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Time would be one of the biggest advantages. Any other advantage, Miss Betty?
Maybe when the trips are long, the time of the trip is more short.
And it's shorter.
Shorter, it's shorter, but I consider not always it's an advantage because, for example, in my case, when I had a long trip, there were babies crying. It was bad for me. Yeah.
Well, that's true. There's also that advantage, no? It depends on how many children are
Yes.
next to you or babies. Very good. Any other advantages you can think of, Miss Pamela?
What, teacher? What was the question?
This one, the advantage.
The advantages, and you arrive more quickly, and advantages. You can sleep all the way, and you can go comfortable sometimes.
No, yeah, I think that
There
also.
is a not longer travel, teacher. Because if it is, you are uncomfortable all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know what else, teacher.
Okay, those are all good advantages. So yeah, being comfortable, you can sleep. You don't have to worry, no. While you're driving, you don't have that option. So yeah, you can sleep. That's a good one. Tell me guys, for example, Salome, do you think flying is a dangerous way of traveling?
Yes, I think that is more dangerous than, or I don't know, teacher. Depends on the city, maybe.
And the what?
Depends on the teacher, the country.
I think you were reading the message, right?
Sorry, teacher, the country, because if you are, for example, in Iran or in Pakistan or something like that, I think that it could be more dangerous.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. In those cases, it would be more dangerous.
And it depends on the weather.
Exactly. Because I remember that I saw the news like a couple days ago that there was like this one airplane flight that experienced a lot of turbulence. And yeah, it wasn't a nice flight for them. So,
Yeah.
so that's true. That's true. Very good. What about in your case, Diego? Do you think that flying is dangerous way of traveling?
I think if you look the statistics says that is safer than travel by car, you know, because in the theory, if you see the data around the accidents, you have less probabilities to get involved in an accident than traveling by car.
Yeah, I remember reading that statistic.
Yes, a lot of, and the difference is huge, you know. But you feel the risk in other way. I mean, when you are flying and you feel the turbulence, you feel, you know, without control of the situation. So sometimes you feel, well, this plane, it's you could feel the possibility to get this accident, and is very imminent. No, so it's difficult. It's difficult to have this feeling. But if you see the videos, for example, in YouTube, a lot of you know, very experts, you know, a lot of experts, they are talking about the safe that represents travel by plane. So I think is related with that, with you know, if you are crossing the ocean, the sea, well, you know that if the plane go down, well, you have no possibility to survive. But
Yeah.
but this is something related with your mind, and may in sometimes is related with your lack of knowledge about the physics around the plane and a flight. So
Very good. Yeah, that's true. So more of it is like you mentioned, no? The ignorance of not knowing the statistics. Sometimes it's even more dangerous to just be by car. But yeah, there's the pros and cons. Excellent. Then good morning, Fernando.
Hi, teacher, how are you?
Good. We're doing a little discussion about traveling by plane. Tell me, Fernando, what are the reasons why people avoid traveling by plane?
I think the first reason is the fear to take a plane, because a lot of people have this, how do you say?
Phobia?
This phobia to the highway, to the alturas. How do you say alturas?
For heights.
For height. Secondly, it's a little expensive.
Yeah, that's true. It's a lot expensive.
It's a little expensive. So the problem is that it's necessary. And finally, I think that the airlines are very strict, and sometimes these rules are not comfortable to take a trip.
Okay, like the things about what you can take and not take, like on the plane. or
Yes, and for example, that if you have 10 kilograms school bag, this is school bag.
Mhm, like a bag or suitcase, you can say.
The suitcase, and if you pass for 3 grams, you need to pay a lot of money. I think that in
Nah,
this case we
yeah.
had some stupid rules in the airlines. So for this reason, I think that this is other the reasons that the people avoid to travel by plane.
Okay, yeah, very good. Excellent reasons. That's true. Can you think of any other ones, Ms. Ana Laura?
I think, for example, some people doesn't have enough money for travel, and for that reason, decided to go by car or on a bus.
Okay, excellent. Very good. Just careful with that one. By a travel would be a trip. Travel would be the action, and the thing would be a trip. So yeah, there are many reasons, right, guys, for these to avoid flying by plane. So let's go a little bit more into detail about advice, no, when flying. Imagine you received a text below from a friend asking for advice. Think as many tips as you can to share with them as possible. For example, your friend says, "Hi, I have a long haul 10-hour flight tomorrow. I'm a bit worried as it's the longest one I've ever had. Any tips how to survive it?" So imagine your friend's going to take a 10-hour flight and they're asking for tips. Tell me, what tips could you give them? Omar?
First one, you should dress really comfortable. Tennis, maybe pants if you are okay with this. And also try to, well, maybe in my case, I try to not sleep really well before my flight, just to be a little tired in the plane, and then can sleep a little. And in that way, the flight is more, how can I say it? The perception of the flight is that it is not really long.
It feels shorter.
It feels shorter, exactly.
Very good. That's actually an interesting tip. Don't sleep well the night before so you can sleep on the airplane.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a good one, especially if it's 10 hours, right?
Yes.
Very good. How about for you, Betty? What other tips can you think of?
The first is discharge many series of Netflix.
Okay, download.
Download, sorry.
This
Thank
charge
you.
is completely different.
Okay.
Something different.
Wear comfortable clothes, and it shows a seat. How do you say, teacher? Que elija un asiento en la orilla.
Choose a corner seat.
Choose, sorry, teacher?
A corner.
Choose a corner seat. Yes.
Okay, like in the corner, you mean like by the passageway?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, not the window seats then?
No, in the window for short trips. For long trips, most comfortable in the corner seat.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's a good thing to know. Excellent, very good. Miss Pamela, any tips Miss Pamela. Then Salome. I think they have the same microphone. Huh? Then Diego. There.
I think
Yeah.
that
No, how about Salome first?
it less than other days. To have a, how do you say cobija?
To what?
Cobija.
Cobija would be blanket. Blanket.
Blankets.
Mhm.
A blanket and maybe to take clonazepam.
Okay, yeah. I'm taking a blanket in case you want to sleep, no, be comfortable, or if it's cold. Sometimes it's cold.
And a pillow, a small pillow, and to take clonazepam, I think.
Sleep all the way, no?
Yes.
Very good. Excellent. Diego, how about you? Do you have any tips?
Yes, I have one that works a lot for me, and is take medicine. In English, maybe is diamond. In Spanish is dimenidrinato. In English could be dimenidrinate, something like that.
Like something like that.
And it's a medicine that works to avoid the dizziness, you know, but is in the group of antihistaminic drugs.
It's in the group of what?
Antihistaminic.
Isn't that for like allergies?
Yes, you could use it to treat the allergies, but you can use it to avoid dizziness, and this kind of medicine also can cause or could provide that some you know, you could sleep well with the use of this medicine. So during the flight, you could sleep or rest well using this medicine. So you can use it to purpose avoid the dizziness and sleep or rest well. And yes, you could take it. I think clonazepam is you know, the extreme measure, because
Why is it stronger?
Yes, it's stronger.
Because I don't know a lot about these medicines.
Yes, and you need you know, a doctor ticket, you know, because it's with prescription. But this dimenidrinate is over the counter, so it's more easy, and yes, it's easier, and you don't have you know, the adverse reactions related with clonazepam. So I think it's easy and could works in the same way, because you could have this feeling of wellness during the flight, you know?
Very good, excellent. That's a good tip. That's also good to know that the other one has adverse effects. Very good. And how about in your case, Fernando? Any tips that you would give your friend?
I think that these are all the tips that a lot of music, Netflix, try to sleep, and you need to how do you say, to portar?
To what?
To portar, o sea, que traigas contigo.
To carry?
To carry extra battery. I don't-
Like a charger, a portable
a
charger.
charger, yes, because maybe you can use your cell phone to watch TV, to watch Netflix, or to listen to music, but you maybe don't have the the battery, the necessary battery for the trip. So I think at the same teacher, I need to leave the class because we need to go to a training.
To the
And I
train.
think that Betty and Anna, and I don't know.
Okay. Oh well, I was gonna tell you guys about the presentation right now. But okay, just make sure you guys check Schoology. I'm gonna post it there. And you guys check it out, no? Because that's the topic for the next presentation for next week. Okay, so make sure you check Schoology. And guys, before you go, also a little announcement. Try to be for in general. Now I know you guys have meetings and everything, but try to be here more on time so that you guys are here the most of the time you can. No? Sometimes you have to leave early for meetings. So, but still, no? Try to be here on time. Then guys, let's go ahead and continue with those that are still here.
Yes, teacher.
So, and at least we're not by ourselves, Miss Pamela. That's a good thing.
Diego saves me, teacher.
Yeah, but who's gonna stay? We know Pamela, Diego, Betty, and Ana
No,
Laura.
Betty and Ana Laura teacher are going to the training too.
For me, it's at night, teacher.
It's at
We
night.
have 9 minutes.
Oof, we have to take advantage. Now, in your case, let's go ahead and check the topic for the presentation, since you guys have a little bit more time, and then you guys can tell Omar, Salome, and them a little bit more, no? Let me get it here, and so that I can show it to you. So, so for example, let me share screen. Using Canvas, I'm really getting the hang of it. So, for next week, guys, this is going to be the topic of the presentation. Like we mentioned, we're talking about taking trips, right? So the presentation topic will be a stressful trip that you have taken in the past. Or it can be by you or someone you know. No, a stressful trip taken in the past by you or someone you know. So maybe you're lucky. No, you've never had like a very bad trip. Maybe you're not. So it depends. No? If you don't have a personal experience, you can use the experience of someone you know. If not, try to make it personal. No. So similar as the other presentation, you're going to speak 5 minutes. Try to have enough information for those 5 minutes, guys. That's something I'm going to be checking. That you have enough oral practice. So 5 minutes. And some questions you can discuss. It's not like you have to answer them. It's things you can consider, no? You can talk about more than that. For example, what means of transportation was used? For this trip, did you go on a plane? Was it by car, by train, by subway? So you can tell me the means of transportation. What was the destination? What happened? Why was it stressful? Why was this trip? What happened in this trip that just like made it stressful? No, but tell me, was the overall trip ruined? So because of this stressful thing, did the whole experience get like ruined, or was it still like manageable at the end? No. And at the end, what tips or advice could be given to avoid the problems experienced? Like, my recommendation would be always check your tires. Maybe you had a flat tire. I don't know, no, something like that. So give the tips or advice that could that you would give to the person so that they don't experience that same stressful situation. So this is the topic, guys, for the presentation. I'll be posting it in Schoology. Try to check Schoology more often. I think you guys still don't use check it that much. I'm organizing it a little bit more, me and teacher JP, so that everything's like more organized. But the things for this week and for this week, it's already there. So give it a check. If you want to turn it in, it should have an option there to turn it in. And also for the email, if you guys haven't turned in the homework of the email, you guys can also turn it in. Okay. Any questions, especially for those that are going? Questions? I don't know.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. So,
I have some questions.
Yes.
It's about this kind of space that you are talking about. It's like it's like a cloud side or something like that, because I don't know this
Schoology.
tool. Yes.
Okay, Schoology, yeah, it's a platform that the school uses, IDIOMADEMY, to give you guys like the information, like the class topics, what we saw during class, if there are assignments, if there are any, and I have pretty much assignments, homework, presentations, it's posted there. It's kind of like maybe you've heard of Blackboard. Blackboard is another platform that's similar. I know UABC had one similar, but you're over there in Colombia, so I don't know what would be used over there. But it's a platform that schools use to like upload assignments and like the presentations, discussions, and students can interact with that platform to like turn in assignments or catch up if they missed class. They can do it also.
Okay, and do you have the link?
Yeah, I'll provide it. Let me check here if I can get it. I'm not sure if my link is exactly the same as the ones that you guys would use, but let me. So let me post it on the chat. I think it's this one, the one that I use, but I'm not sure if it opens up the same for you guys. But you enter Schoology, and it would be under the course, the advanced course. No? That one is the one that's ours. So give it a check. If not, I'll ask teacher JP if he can send you like the correct link, in case the one I sent isn't like the appropriate one, and he can tell you, like, help you out a bit more with that.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions, guys, before you go? And the ones going.
No, teacher. See
very
you
good.
on the next Tuesday. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you guys for coming, even though you had to leave early, but thank you and have an excellent weekend.
Thank you, teacher.
Very good. So for us that are still here, let's go ahead and continue.
Yes, teacher.
At the end, you're almost by yourself, but you're not by yourself, Miss Pamela?
Exactly. Thank you, Diego. Save me today.
It was gonna be like a one-on-one class. So let's go ahead and let me get my annotation tools here. Very good, guys. So so we were giving tips about what to do in these cases, right? Advice. So now let's go ahead and continue. We're going to watch a video, a video that talks about tips of what to do during a very long flight. Okay, so we're going to watch it. We're going to compare with our ideas, and then we're going to discuss it. Okay, so for example, listen carefully to the tips that they give, and then we'll discuss it. So let's watch.
Hi, I'm Scott McCartney, travel columnist with the Wall Street Journal. I'm here to give you some tips on flying to the other side of the world in a seat like this. And I'll be testing my tips on the longest airline flight ever, taking off from Newark, New Jersey and landing in Singapore. I'm in Newark, ready to go on the longest flight in the world. Feeling good now? Let's see what it's like when I get there. On an aircraft, humidity levels are 20% or less. For reference, a comfortable level is 40 to 50%. This dries out your mouth, skin, and everything else. It can cause fatigue, headaches, bad breath, muscle, and joint aches. So drink up and think about your food choices. Pick items with higher water content. For example, Singapore Airlines has replaced potatoes with riced cauliflower. And one of my favorite tips, bring saline solution to keep your nose moist and eye drops to keep your eyes moist. Put them in a baggie that you can store in a seat back pocket so you have easy access. Tip number 2, clean your seat. Dehydration dries out the mucous membranes in your nose, which trap unwanted germs. Without them, you're more likely to catch things from your fellow passengers. But unlike what you might think, sickness isn't spread through the airplane's circulating air supply. It's surfaces you need to watch out for. So embrace your inner germaphobe and wipe down your armrests and tray table and seat back. And breathe easier knowing that modern airplanes have advanced air filtration systems that trap germs and bacteria almost to operating room standards. So open that air vent to full blast and aim it at your nose. That's the cleanest air you're gonna get. Tip 3, move. Depending on your airline, you may be only looking at 31 or 32 inches of space in coach, which is awfully tight for a long flight. Rather than be uncomfortable, get up frequently. If you don't, there are side effects like decreased blood flow, which can increase the chances of blood clots. Try setting an alarm on your phone for 3 hours into your flight. If you haven't gotten up and moved yet, it's time to stand. Drink some tea or coffee. While they will dehydrate you, they have the benefit of being diuretics, which will force you to get up and go to the bathroom. And exercise. Some airlines, including Singapore, are putting exercise videos in the entertainment system, things you can do while sitting down to increase blood flow. Tip 4, adjust your body clock. Jet lag starts in the air. The cause of this common problem is that your circadian rhythm gets mixed up, causing fatigue, headaches, difficulty concentrating, and even nausea. So try setting your watch to the local time right after takeoff. That'll help you know when to eat and sleep during the flight. On a very long flight, getting at least some sleep is important, and airlines will help with this by dimming the lights and lowering the temperature in the cabin at ideal times for sleep. So take their cues. Just about everybody's asleep on the plane. It's nap time. But sleep is personal, so do what's best for you. For me, that's earplugs and Ambien. Tip 5, limit the booze. Alcohol both dehydrates you and messes with your circadian rhythm. This is kind of a perfect storm for a long flight, but this is one of the pleasures of travel. So take advantage if you want, just not too much. Do all that, and you should hopefully walk off the airplane feeling as good as possible. I'm off the plane after more than 18 hours. Legs are a little shaky, I didn't get much sleep, pulled an all-nighter, but I'm actually feeling better than I thought. This is the new way of travel, and it's gonna take some adjusting for people. You're gonna have to get in the right frame of mind to take on this marathon, and you're gonna have to make some preparations that really will make a difference.
Very good. So, for example, tell me, Ms. Pamela, what's one of the tips that I mentioned here that you remember?
To drink water because you have to hydrate because of the humidity level of the airplane. And the same for the tea or coffee because they are the diuretics, and you must go to the bathroom. For that reason, you have to move.
Very good, yeah. So yeah, the first one was hydrate. And they mentioned that the humidity level, no, it's actually twice lower. So that's a big important one. And to move. Anything else that you remember, Diego?
Yes, one is related with the avoid the alcohol beverage. Because this kind of beverage could cause sleep problems, and also could cause you know, circadian rhythm problem.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Circadian.
So, circadian rhythm problems.
Very good. You got it. Excellent. So yeah, that's another one. Any other ones that you remember, Miss Pamela?
And clean your seat and adjust your body clock, because you have to change your body clock, because if for that reason you can know what time are you arriving, and you have to know if you are going to be wake up or going straight to the bed when you arrive.
You got it. Yeah, I think you guys mentioned all of them with that. So hydrate, clean your seats, move, adjust your body clock, and limit the boost. Perfect. Very good. And they go into more detail now here. The clean your seats is because it's easier to get an illness when flying. So, and not because of the air ventilation, but because of what you touched, right? Very good, guys. So tell me, from the video, Diego, which of the tips from the video were new to you? And do you think they're useful? Why or why not?
Maybe the tip related with clean your seat is new to me, and I think it's useful, but I don't know why, but I thought that the personnel of the airplane, before that the people aboard the plane, they clean the seat with some, you know, antibacterial liquid or something like that. I assume that.
Who knows,
But
right?
maybe not. So I think it's useful. And also avoid the alcohol beverage, because a lot of people thinks that I don't know, a cup or a glass of wine or maybe the whiskey could help to rest well, and is in the other way. So I think this is interesting.
Very good. Excellent. Good points. So yeah, the dehydration one with alcohol was also new for me. I don't drink now, but I like it's good to know. How about in your case, Pamela? Were any of the trips new for you?
The same as Diego, clean your seat, because with the pandemic nowadays it's impossible to that in seconds the airplane can be cleaned between flight and flight, and for that reason I think that was an interesting tip.
Very good. Excellent. Tell me then, for example, Diego, do you think it's possible to escape jet lag if you sleep on a plane?
Not at all, because sometimes I could sleep a lot during a flight, but this jet lag could be in the following day to the travel, you know. For example,
during the trip.
in my case is more difficult or is strong the feeling of jet lag when I am returning to Bogota, you know, because here in Bogota we have a lot of altitude, and I don't know if this the altitude of my city and the long trip they collide, you know.
Mhm.
The two circumstances increase the risk and the feeling of jet lag, but is sometimes is not in the same day of your arrive, but during the next 2 or 3 days you can feeling the symptoms of the jet lag. So I think if you sleep well on the plane, you can reduce the risk of the symptoms of jet lag, but you cannot escape at all.
Okay. So just like minimize, no, but not escape. That's true. That's true. What do you say, Pamela? Do you agree, or do you think that it's possible to escape
I
them?
think yes, it's possible, teacher. It happens to me twice because in the first flight that I have to Europe, I didn't know about the difference of hours and all of that things. And when I arrived there and come back, it was awful. I had a lot, like 1 week jet lag. I couldn't sleep in my hours. And in the second flight I had, I already learned about that. And I was adjusting my body clock to because of the jet lag to avoid it.
Okay. So you took measures before.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's one way. Then tell you guys, in your case, what's the longest trip you have taken, no, or you've ever had? And how did it make you feel, no, this whole trip? You?
Well, I remember that I traveled to South Korea once, well, twice, and I traveled also to Indonesia, to Jakarta. I think that was my longest trip to Indonesia or South Korea, maybe.
How many
and,
hours was it?
With the stopover, maybe I can't remember, maybe 15 hours, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, because I remember that to Korea, I had 2 stopovers, you know, one in Madrid maybe, and then another one in Emirates. So the stopovers caused that the trip were longer, you know, the trips were longer. And it's very difficult to avoid the jet lag with these kind of trips. And I remember that I had a meeting like a summit, something like that, you know. And this summit was in English, so it's very difficult, you know, to keep concentrated with in the meeting, and also speaking in English and try to understand the Asian English, because a lot of people were from Asia. So was very uncomfortable, because you are very tired, you are trying to understand the pronunciation of the Asian people, and also you have the jet lag. So and also it's difficult to rest because you are so tired, but your biological clock is telling you something different. You know, at 3 a.m. you are
Wide
with a
awake.
lot of, yes, or 3 a.m. is time to get rest, and you are with a lot of energy because here in Colombia is another very opposite time. So
Mhm.
so was very difficult to me.
Very good. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, that's a very long flight. So the time difference must have been like super big.
Mhm.
All right. Now in Colombia, what time is it?
Right now, 10:15.
10:15. Ah, okay, there's not that big of a difference.
Just
I think there's a
1
1
hour.
hour difference from Mexico and 2 hour difference with me. Because right
Mhm.
here it's 8:15. So
Okay.
so yeah, there's like we're all in different time zones right now.
So you are in the north of Mexico.
Yeah, I'm more to the north in Baja California, specifically like Mexicali, no? But
Okay.
yeah. Excellent, very good. And how for you, Miss Pamela? What was the longest flight you've ever had? And how did it make you feel by the end of it?
It was to in Europe, 12 hours of flight, Mexico, Spain. And it was, the first one was awful because, how I said, I didn't sleep. Well, I sleep all the flight, and when I arrived there, it was night, so I couldn't sleep. So that was awful, but I learned that. And in the second, I already adjust my body clock. And for that reason, it has been more comfortable because I too watch movies during the flight. So it's like I will see 3 movies and I sleep, and then I heard music and I go to sleep, and something like that. So it's just like going comfortable during the flight.
Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. You had previously downloaded those movies?
Yes,
Or were they like from the
I
airplane?
watched a new movie that I haven't seen before.
Ah, okay. Ah, yeah, that's good. Then you were like super prepared.
Yes.
Then tell you guys, in your case, would you rather, no? Would you prefer to have 1 or 2 connecting flights or spend 18 hours on one plane?
No, teacher. I prefer 1 or 2 connecting flights
Yes, why?
because it's so tired going like one day in the plane, and I know that I am a little person, but all my aches in my legs, and I can't spend a lot of time sitting on the same place.
Okay. Yeah, because 18 hours is like, wow, it's too much, no? But what about in your case, Diego? Do you prefer 2 connecting flights or 18 hours on a plane?
I don't know. I prefer the long trip.
18 hours?
Maybe because or one stopover, or one connecting. Because I don't know why, but the stopover could be stressful, because in some countries you need to check again your baggage, and you need to make the process of migration again, and in some cities, for example, in the United States, in New York or Washington, you need to make the migration progress over and over, or in each flight, and the process could take 1 hour or 1.5 hours, you know, and you need to make the line and stay or remain stand up making the line by 1.5 hours, and with the stress to try to know, you know, you can lose your next flight, because if you have a lot of time in the line of the immigration process, you can lose your next flight. So it depends, but if the process of the step over is in this way, is very stressful. Is a very stressful situation, and so in this case, I prefer to have a long trip, maybe resting in the flight and watching movies, and maybe sleeping, eating well, with low cost, because you already paid. But in some airports, the food is very expensive, you know. And I prefer rest, watching movies, eat well, than have this a long immigration process, check again your baggage, looking for food. Well, I think it depends the situation, but in my experience, some stopovers in some countries are a nightmare.
Yeah, you got it. That's true. Because like the only one that I've had like a connecting flight was within the Republic of Mexico. So so it wasn't a big deal, but that's true. When it's an 18-hour flight, most likely it's abroad. So you have to deal with immigration in each stop, them checking baggage. Yeah, I can see why they put those two options. Like, you prefer this bad option or this bad option? No?
Yeah, yes, sure.
But that's true. And yeah, every country will have its own like steps, right? That you have to take. It could be a hassle. Very good. Excellent. Nice point. That was a good like point of view right there. Very good, guys. So it's reading time. We're going to read about a situation and we're going to answer some questions. It's a very small reading. So for example, in this case, Diego, can you read me what this person experienced?
Okay. I once booked a flight with a low-cost airline. I was traveling for a few days, so I didn't need a lot of luggage. That's why I took my usual carry-on and proceeded to the gate without checking anything in. At the gate, I discovered that the carry-on size for that airline was different. According to the rules, I couldn't take my bag on board with me.
So that's the situation. Now imagine you go to a low-cost airline. You're like, it's just a few days. I don't need to carry all of this. So the little bag that would normally be accepted in your other airline, it's not accepted, not your carry-on. So tell me first, Pamela, how do you think this person felt? How would you have felt? No?
I think it can be disappointing because there were different size, and also angry because he was already on the gate, and he maybe was going to go into the plane right now, and he had to do another things. And I think those teacher angry and disappointing.
Angry and disappointed. Very good, very good. And tell me, Diego, what do you think they did next? What do you think this person did next?
I think this is a really common situation right now. For example, in Colombia, we have a lot of airlines, low cost. And in this situation, they ask for, put the luggage in I don't know how is the
Like a smaller suitcase? Or what?
no, they put the luggage in the
In a locker?
no, it's a part of the airplane. In the I don't know, it's like a special cabin for all the
Like a special
luggage.
compartment?
Yes. So, but they could ask for a new payment, because
So like they don't return you, but they're just going to charge you like the difference.
yes, and they put the baggage in not in cabin but in let me see store
Like
is in
a storage or what?
yes, it's in the store that is the this space of the plane when they put all the big luggage. And
The bigger suitcases.
yes, and they could ask for additional payment because your luggage is out of the limits. And then, well, the process could be difficult because you need to wait, in the airport for your luggage in this kind of circle band. So maybe with these kind of low cost airlines are the risks.
Yeah, especially because they it's low cost, not for some reason. So you have to consider that.
Yes,
Right,
and you need to pay for anything. You need to pay for example, if you want a seat in the front of the plane, you need to pay. If you want some water, you need to pay. If you need to put your luggage in a different space, you need to pay.
Yeah, so that's where they make up for it. No, those low prices, like I really charge you here. Very good. Then tell me, for example, Miss Pamela, have you ever been in a similar situation? And if yes, what did you do?
No, teacher.
And
At the contrary, or how do you say? For el contrario.
On the contrary?
On the contrary, the airline was asking for who wanted to give them the carry-on because there were a lot of carry-ons and there won't be a lot of space for all the carry-on on their airplane, and it was with no cost because they were offering that situation.
So in the overhead compartment, there wasn't enough space?
Yes, there was no space because everybody was going with the carry-on.
It happens also. Yeah, that I and the last flight I took, something like that happened. Like
Yes.
you could find space like at the overhead compartment of like super far.
And my father and me was like, we are not going to leave the carry-on.
Yeah, it's also a hassle, no? Yeah, they could lose it or damage it or something like that.
Exactly, teacher.
Very good, guys. So, pretty good. Excellent experiences. So, that was the topic, guys. Are you into flying? We mostly focused on flying, right, in this presentation. But in your presentation, like I mentioned, it's going to be about a stressful trip. For the presentation, it doesn't have to be a flying experience. It can be maybe in a trip that you took while driving. Maybe you had a flat tire. Maybe the traffic was horrible. Maybe the car broke down.
It's horrible in Mexico City.
It's always no, so that's a normal day.
That's a normal day.
That's a typical Tuesday.
Yes.
But something that would have made your trip super stressful, no, more than the usual. So it doesn't have to be a flying experience for your presentation. You guys can talk about any trip that you have taken. Okay. So pretty much we're going to leave it there since it's 9:30 over there, 8:30 here, and 10:30 over there with in Colombia. So guys, any final thoughts, comments, questions before we go?
Yes, just one thing. I have my presentation related with my career ready. So I don't know if in the next session, I don't know, at the beginning of the next session, I could present it.
Yeah. You should have mentioned it. We could have done it today, but yeah, you can present it. Just send me a quick reminder, like if like I'm starting class and I don't remember, like, hey, teacher, can I present?
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that. Perfect.
Sure.
Yes,
I
I'll
know
tell you
that
how-
is very late to the presentation about career because was I don't know, 2 weeks ago maybe.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Sorry about that, but well, I have the presentation ready, so
Okay, perfect. We'll do it that way then. Next session, just
Sure.
remind me and I'll give you a chance so that I can give you feedback and you have an idea for the next presentation as well.
sure. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, guys, then if there are no other questions, thank you guys very much for coming. Hope you have a wonderful weekend and see you guys on Tuesday.
Bye, Alan. Thank you.
Have a nice weekend too.
Bye, Pam. Take
Bye,
care.
everyone. Take care.